Your vibration has been marked. Have you ever felt someone watching you without being there? That an ancient shadow is silently moving towards you with something that will change your destiny forever. Baba Vanga predicted it. When the right soul crosses your aura in an August portal, your karma will decide whether you are reborn or you repeat yourself. This is not a coincidence. It is an activation. And now something or someone is closer than you imagine. But it doesn't come with flowers. It comes with proof. Have you been waking up without knowing why? Has your chest felt tight in moments of silence? Taurus, what if I told you the presence that's causing that shift isn't just energy, it's a soul. And that soul is approaching you in this exact astrological window, carrying a karmic test that may either unlock 12 years of divine alignment or trap you in a loop that repeats the same lessons over and over again. You don't know his name yet, but your dreams do. Right now, as you breathe, this man is not only approaching, you're already standing within the reach of his field. He has not spoken, but your energy has begun to whisper. And this silence, it is not empty. It is ancestral, cosmic, fated. Before we go deeper, if your soul already feels the weight of this moment, if something inside you is whispering, "This message is mine," I invite you to pause and honor that. Subscribe now to stay aligned with every message your spirit has been waiting for. And share in the comments what part of your soul is waking up right now. Your words are not just seen, they're felt across timelines. Baba Vanga foresaw this very passage. She called it El umbral del reencuentro de deuda kármica, the threshold where one soul is sent not to love you, but to test you. Astrologically, the alignment confirms it. Venus, your ruling planet, is now retrograde in exact opposition to Pluto, the great destroyer and revealer. This is not light energy. This is the force that breaks illusions. And when this happens in August 2025, the so-called karmic visitors arrive, not by invitation, but by spiritual contract. And Taurus, you signed yours long before you were born. This man carries something hidden, a truth about your own light and shadow. Whether he is aware of it or not, his energy is encoded to mirror a forgotten part of you. He is not a stranger. He is a spiritual cipher, a catalyst. Have you ever felt someone walk past you, and for a second the air thickens, your heart stirs, but no memory comes? That's not déjà vu. That's soul memory. That's the invisible thread tightening. And it's happening now. He isn't here to offer love. He's here to reveal the parts of yourself you've locked away, the ones you're scared to meet in the mirror. And if you ignore the message, the gate will close. And Taurus, this gate, it only opens once every 12 years. This is why Baba Vanga spoke of the year of the hidden stranger, a man cloaked in familiarity, whose very presence shifts timelines. In her writings, she described him not as evil, but as necessary. He walks without footsteps, she wrote, and where he pauses, destiny unfreezes. You are now at that pause. Can you feel it? That low vibration rising from your spine when you hear these words? That's not fear. It's resonance. It's your soul recognizing the threshold. And there is danger here, not of physical harm, but of forgetting who you are. Because if you mistake his test for romance, if you fall into the spell of his presence without clarity, the next 12 years of your journey will loop around this very shadow. That is the true risk. You're not being warned to be afraid. You're being invited to awaken, because this man, Taurus, is a mirror made of karma. And if you can look into him without losing your own reflection, you will pass. If you can meet his energy without surrendering your truth, you will be released. But if you run or if you chase, the door closes until 2037. Baba Vanga insisted that in August 2025, only those who listen beyond words will see the visitor for who he truly is, not a person, but a turning point. So now I ask you, are you truly ready to see, to hear, to decide? Write this in the comments below, Taurus. Let the universe hear you. I recognize the visitor. and I remember my soul's truth. Because when you declare your clarity aloud, you change your vibration, and your vibration is the key the universe uses to shape the doors that open before you. Let your decree be your light. Let your light reveal the test, and let this test awaken the power you've carried, hidden for lifetimes. What if the real danger isn't in what he does, but in what he triggers within you? Taurus, this is not just another emotional experience. This is a karmic ignition. You are standing at the edge of what the mystics call a mirror gate, a rare energetic threshold where your soul is reflected not through events but through people. And the visitor? He is the gatekeeper of this mirror. The mirror doesn't lie. It shows you who you are and what you are still running from. Who have you been afraid to become? This man, this presence, is not here to save you, to love you, or to break you. He is here to reveal you, to unmask your fears, your unmet desires, your secret resistance to stepping fully into your divine authority. His arrival is not a love story. It's a spiritual confrontation. Can you see the difference? He carries with him a soul debt, a residue of something unfinished, perhaps a betrayal, perhaps a promise once made between lives. Maybe in a life before this one, you gave your light to him, or he took something that now must be restored. Baba Vanga spoke of these encounters as silent reckonings. You may not get an explanation, you may not even get closure, but what you will get is a choice, and that choice is your liberation. Ask yourself, Taurus, why now? Why this timing? Why this sensation that something is watching, waiting, unfolding just beyond your current perception? Because the stars have aligned, and not gently. As Venus continues its retrograde path across the sky, every buried relationship wound is being stirred. Every scar you thought had healed is being traced again by cosmic fingers. And Pluto, relentless as ever, is dragging secrets up from the soul's ocean floor. You may find yourself face to face with someone whose eyes feel like déjà vu, whose voice awakens something primal, whose presence both excites and unnerves. This is not attraction, this is soul recognition. But beware, Taurus, recognition is not reunion. The universe is not offering you comfort, it is offering you evolution. This is a test of spiritual perception. Will you be able to distinguish between connection and codependence, between fate and repetition, between love and karmic repayment? Not everyone who feels intense is meant to stay. Some are messengers, some are mirrors, some are tests in disguise. You must begin to listen with your skin, to sense with your intuition, to respond not with fear, but with awareness. Because if you mistake this intensity for destiny, if you surrender to the pattern instead of the purpose, you may tie yourself to another 12-year loop. A loop of longing, of self-doubt, of delayed purpose. And you didn't come here for that, did you? You came to break cycles, to clear ancestral knots, to liberate your lineage through the power of your discernment. And yet the question still burns. Will you recognize him when he stands before you? Will you remember what Baba Vanga said, that this man is not a stranger but a karmic collector? That his presence is a trigger for your transformation? Or will you be seduced by the familiarity of his energy and miss the lesson entirely? Taurus, this is not a time to romanticize. It's a time to realize you are being called into radical self-honesty, into energetic sovereignty, into the kind of power that no one can give you because it's already yours. But to claim it, you must pass through the mirror. And this man is the glass. He doesn't hold answers. He holds your reflection. And if you are brave enough to meet it with open eyes and a steady heart, you will see not just who you were, but who you're meant to become. This is the choice. This is the gate. And it is open now. How do you face a truth that wears the face of someone you once loved or feared? Taurus, what's coming is not a romantic chapter. It is a karmic climax. And you, dear soul, are not merely the recipient. You are the architect. But what happens when the builder forgets the blueprint? when the Creator forgets their own power. The man who stands at your energetic threshold carries no weapons, no declarations. Yet his presence holds the weight of old agreements, contracts written in lifetimes past, promises never fulfilled, wounds never closed. Are you ready to feel the past without letting it define your future? This is what Baba Vanga foresaw, a silent convergence between what was and what must be. She saw a Taurus soul standing at a symbolic gate, not of steel or stone, but of choice. And what stood on the other side? Not another person, but a version of self that had been waiting lifetimes. This visitor, this mirror man, has not come to destroy you. He has come to illuminate the point where you stopped growing. Maybe it was the betrayal you never spoke about, the abandonment you blamed yourself for, the version of love that demanded you shrink to be chosen. He represents the freeze, the spiritual stasis, the exact moment you whispered, "This is just who I am now," and stopped reaching for more. But you were never meant to stay there, Taurus. His energy, while confusing, is not here to trap you. It's here to reflect everything you swore you'd never look at again. The wound, the ache, the buried parts. And now, the universe asks, will you reclaim them? Because there is no ascension without integration, no destiny without confrontation. That's why he feels so intense, because your soul already knows what's at stake. You may feel drawn to him, you may feel pulled to revisit old stories, but this isn't about going backward, it's about retrieving the part of you that got left behind. If you're still here, Taurus, it means your soul is listening, not casually but deeply. So let's anchor this moment. Subscribe to declare your presence in this gate of awakening, and write in the comments, "I claim my timeline." Let the universe hear you speak from your knowing. It's not about reconnecting with him, it's about reconnecting with yourself. And here lies the paradox. If you chase him, you lose you. But if you face him, you find what he came to show you all along, your forgotten power. That is the lesson hidden within his silence. That is the test cloaked in his eyes. You are not here to fix him. You are not here to heal him. You are here to choose yourself in the presence of the very energy that once made you forget how. And in doing so, the loop breaks. The past unhooks, the gate unlocks, and the future, your true future, begins to breathe. But beware, Taurus. Not all tests come with warnings. Some come disguised as nostalgia, as magnetic pull, as soul recognition. Ask yourself, does his energy expand you or contain you? Does it mirror your light or amplify your wounds? Does your heart open with peace or contract with fear? Because your body always knows, your spirit always whispers. But if you ignore it, if you override the signals, the universe will wait another 12 years to offer this gate again. 12 years. That is how long it will take for this alignment to return, for the codes to reawaken, for the soul contract to resurface. Can you afford that delay? Or are you ready now? Ready to meet the mirror, see the truth, and walk through the threshold, not as the wounded, but as the awakened? What if the door never closes, but your ability to see it does? Taurus, let's speak the truth that many fear to hear. You're not being tested for punishment. You're being refined for purpose. And purpose isn't light, it's weight. Sacred weight, and in August 2025 that weight arrives in the form of a man who doesn't ask permission because your soul already gave it. Every choice you've made, every path you've taken to avoid pain, every time you said, "I'm fine," when you weren't, that energy hasn't disappeared. It's been orbiting, waiting, calculating the exact moment when the celestial codes align to bring it back in physical form. And now he walks toward you. But he doesn't come with violence. He comes with memory. His voice will feel like a page from a dream. His energy will taste like something you've known but never named. And Taurus, if you are not grounded in your discernment, his presence may seduce you into mistaking familiarity for fate. That is the trap. And the most dangerous part, it won't feel dangerous. It will feel natural, easy, like home. But not all that feels like home is meant to be lived in again. Some homes are just echoes. Some are built to be left behind, and some are mirrors built only to show you how far you've come and whether you're still willing to go back. So ask yourself this, Taurus. If he triggers your insecurities, do you soothe them or surrender to them? If he activates your old need for validation, do you observe it or obey it? Because this visitor, this reflection, was never meant to complete you. He was meant to expose the parts you still believe are incomplete. And if you reach for him instead of reaching within, the cycle begins again, not as punishment but as pattern, because until the lesson is learned, the universe cannot close the loop. That is the divine law. And Baba Vanga, visionary that she was, left a cryptic warning for Taurus in this exact transit. When the double mirror arrives, do not fall into the face that looks like yours. See the shadow behind it. That is where the truth lives. What does that mean for you now? It means his presence may feel like salvation. It may feel like reunion, but it's revelation. And revelations are not always gentle. They strip, they shake, they silence the ego and awaken the soul. So now we arrive at the pivotal question. Will you lean into clarity or escape into comfort? Because comfort will soothe you for a moment, but clarity will free you forever. This isn't about love, it's about liberation. The love you thought you wanted might have been a coping mechanism, the desire to be seen, chosen, held, not for who you truly are, but for who you were trained to become. But now the universe doesn't want your performance, it wants your presence. And the visitor was sent to test that presence. He was sent to activate your choice, because Taurus, this choice is the spiritual pivot of your next decade. The version of you that says yes to this mirror without awareness will enter a karmic labyrinth, a place where lessons repeat, where clarity flickers but never anchors, where your energy leaks without replenishment. But the version of you that says, I see you, but I choose me, will birth a new frequency, one that aligns you not with nostalgia, but with newness. And that is what your destiny has been craving all along. Do you know who you are when no one is watching? Taurus, this is the final veil, not the end of a story, but the beginning of one that finally belongs to you. Because the truth is, this man was never the point. He was the portal, the carrier of a sacred frequency sent to agitate your waters, stir your knowing, and awaken the dormant fire beneath your gentleness. He was the embodiment of the threshold and the proof that you are ready to cross it, not toward him, but toward you. All that he mirrored, your longing, your grief, your unspoken hunger to be chosen, was never about his presence. It was about your permission, the permission to stop waiting, the permission to stop performing, the permission to remember you are the one. And now, Taurus, look around. The mirror is no longer in front of you, it's beneath your feet. You walk upon the reflection of everything you've endured and everything you've become. The man will fade, the lesson will remain. And the gate, it is still open, but only for those willing to walk it alone first, because what comes next cannot be shared with anyone who cannot see your light without dimming it. This is your rebirth. And Baba Vanga saw this too. She didn't just speak of visitors and karmic collectors. She spoke of those who, after the storm, would rise with new names, new paths, and new frequencies. She said, the one who chooses the soul over the story will awaken their hidden name, and through that name a door no shadow can cross. You, Taurus, are ready to speak that name. So let this be your vow. Never again will you mistake intensity for truth. Never again will you forget that your intuition speaks in quiet, not chaos. Never again will you give your power to a reflection that demands you forget your own radiance. You are not here to repeat. You are here to redefine, to rewrite the script your ancestors couldn't, to unweave the contracts made in fear, to reclaim the magic buried in your silence. And from this moment on, you walk as the gate. You become the mirror. You are the soul that others will meet. And remember, If this message reached your core, Taurus, write this in the comments. I no longer chase the mirror, I walk as the light. Feel the power of this truth settle in your body. Let your vibration declare your readiness. Let the universe know the visitor has been met, the lesson has been claimed, and the soul is no longer asleep. Your next 12 years begin now, not in the arms of another, but in the fire of your own becoming. Welcome to the other side. If this message cracked something open in you, if the mirror has shown you who you truly are becoming, don't let it fade into silence. Subscribe to continue walking this path of sacred remembrance. And leave a comment below declaring the light you've reclaimed. Because this isn't just a video, it's a vow your soul has been waiting to speak aloud.